My name is Jason Staiger. The company I own is called TC Services. We're a full service janitorial company. We operate right now in a three-state area: North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. Originally, this is our third recertification. So a little over 6 years we've been CIMS certified. The decision early on was prompted uh, from the desire for the professionalism of the industry. So I looked at the CIMS, I looked at the program, and obviously I've never, gone through a process with owning a company, et cetera, what you have to do to get to the next step. So I looked at all the uh, qualifications for CIMS, and I was like, this helps professionalize, helps structure us. It went through everything from the HR quality service, delivering that quality, verifying and make sure that we have all the protocols, everything in place to be able to give that service to the clients, and then to prove it, and then to show how we can do it. So that was the big driving factor. Also, at the time when we went through the initial certification, there were not a whole lot of companies, so it was like, okay, this is going to be kind of leading edge. This is, jumping on board early on. We can kind of get ahead of the curve, and I could see the industry going in this direction. I figured 8 to 10, 15 years down the road after our first certification, that it was going to get a lot bigger. And so that was the initial driving factor for jumping on and getting involved with the ISSA and the CIMS. We just actually put together a quote for a client that they had actually heard of CIMS. So that's one of the things that we always mention. And it seems like here of recent, more clients or potential clients are becoming aware of it. Prior to, we really had to explain and say, hey, what does CIMS mean? So by providing that explanation, it did separate us from everybody else. As of right now, I love it going into a new facility and going, hey, we're CIMS certified. And they go, oh, really? And and because they've heard of it or they know of it, and so if there's 10 companies bidding or quoting something, then there's three of them that are CIMS certified, then that separates you from everybody else. So yeah, it definitely has helped with landing contracts for sure. You have to do it. Again, as being an owner of a company, you don't know all the different potential aspects that you need. You know, um, I always tell everybody that me as the owner, I'm kind of, you know, taking all 10 fingers and plugging holes in the dam, so to speak. So this enables you to proactively look at things that you're going to need down the road, whether you need them now or not. But it allows you to go ahead and set the standards or the protocols in place that you need. And there's some of the aspects that you don't, that you need to implement, that you don't even know you need to implement. By going through this process, you go, holy cow, this is going to really help us. So overall, that framework for the company, it definitely helps you out. Now, obviously, larger companies, they've invoked some of these protocols, um, but it does help with overall training, communication all the way through the organization. So for me, it's vital. You have to do it. So. competition is a good thing, right? Uh, it competition breeds performance. So I prefer, at the time, I think when we became certified, there was maybe two other companies in the state of South Carolina that were certified, maybe three. I don't even know. I think there's 10 or 15 now. Um, I would much rather go against a competitor that is CIMS certified and be able to go to a potential customer and say, hey, yeah, there's the three of us. We've gone through and walked through these steps. We've shown our dedication to the industry. This separates us out versus just me going to a potential customer and nobody else being CIMS certified. I'd much rather have multiple companies do that. It legitimizes us. It legitimizes the industry. It shows a professionalism overall, and I think that's helped out the industry tremendously. So, yeah, if there's a competitor, absolutely. Anybody in this area, I would strongly recommend them doing it. So. With us having the longevity with CIMS and the certification, I look at the longer we are certified, the more it's going to help us. As far as the structure of CIMS, like the GBAC, for example, that was a great program that we went through where that was something that the ISSA implemented. So that was very informative. We got to put different processes in place. Um, so I guess as the ISSA and the CIMS program evolves, we'll evolve with it so that it kind of makes us go along with that.